got a fade. Oh my god, I'm on bleed. Come on side, come on side.
You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick, cause I watch TV.
Hey, what is up everybody? It is KATAIR Gaming here today, bringing y'all an updated build video. So as y'all know, I've been running around with defense for the past month or so now, and I'm absolutely loving this build. This is my go-to build for when servers become overcrowded. And well, I did release a build video on this the other day, but I've tweaked it a lot since then. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this with y'all today, you guys. Here we go. Don't worry, if you'll stick around long enough, I will put some more clips of this build at the near to endish of the video. So if you really want to check it out more, see some more gameplay for it other than like the first, I don't know, a couple seconds of this video, just go ahead, feel free to check that out. Okay, first of all, starting out with this house, you really want unforgiving deadly. Not destructive. Deadly. But I've yet to acquire a house with such talents so far, and yeah. I basically have two PvE houses right here. And then we have one semi-PvP house. I'm not lucky at all. Anyhow, this is the one I use primarily. I'll go over my weapon attachment mods here in a couple seconds. I actually use a heavy spring magazine with it, which is kind of odd, but it rips people. Okay, we have 1401 stamina, 16,674 health, we have disrupt resistance, increased kill XP, blind death resistance. If you're really looking for good minor attributes, I would go with the one I have on this set of knee pads. We have bleed, burn, shock. Don't go with that critical hit damage. I was testing out something earlier, but anyhow, go with 16k health. It works out best that way, in my opinion. So we have a stamina mod with health on it. Just go ahead and slap that onto your build. Moving on into the mask, you guys. We have 1401 stamina, 10,030 skill power, with increased kill XP, which I would obviously switch to burn resistance, something more useful. And then we have another stamina mod with health on it. One thing I forgot to mention, my little performance mod. I do have 5% ballistic shield damage resilience mods all over this build. I have 4 of them. They are for sale currently at one of these two checkpoints right here, either East 40th or East 42nd, one of those two checkpoints. Just go ahead, buy 4 of those, slap them onto your build, and you are ready to go, you guys. Okay. Gonna go ahead and remove these mods here. We have 1401 firearms, because I'm trying to keep our stamina pretty much kind of as low as possible and get our firearms up higher so we are able to kill people. Because if you put everything on this build into stamina and then use firearms mods, you end up with like 3,900 firearms, or very, very close to just 4k. Whereas your stamina is 91, and I just don't see the point of that extra 1k, well not even 1k, extra 100 stamina. I don't know, that trips me out. Okay, so defense best. Again, we have firearms, skill haste with 16,674 health and 56% ammo capacity. If you don't have ammo capacity on your chest piece or your backpack, you are going to run out of ammo very quickly with this build. I do not recommend running it without ammo capacity. Okay, defense backpack, we have 1401 stamina with 13,339 skill power and 56% ammo capacity. This is just the most efficient way that I've found to run this build so far, and it is amazing. My teammates love it, like whether I run with shotgunners or whether I run with AR people, SMG people, they all love my shields. And in the middle of fighting, they'll like hide behind me sometimes. It's kind of funny. Okay, moving on to the defense gloves. Obviously this entire build's completely optimized. We have 1401 stamina with 12% SMG damage, 17% critical hit damage, and 9% skill haste. I love this thing. I take this build with me everywhere. Like, dude, this is pretty much like a lap chihuahua to me. Like, dude, I love this thing. Okay, defense holster, we have 1401 firearms, 1401 stamina, 1401 electronics with 7% skill haste. Alex, why do you always invite me while I'm trying to do this? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Shit. Okay. Moving on into the abilities tab. We have 2.3 million shield health. And 121k skill power is the cap. Is the cap for a ballistic shield. I'm not going to use ballistic shield health mods because that makes your shield destroyable much more easily than ballistic shield damage resilience mods. So in my opinion, and from my experience with this build, damage resilience mods are a lot better than shield health mods. So please do not buy shield health mods just because it like makes you go up to like 2.4 million shield health. You do not have the damage resilience that you would with the shit, what is it? 45% damage resistance? Yeah, there we go. 45% damage resistance right there on that shield. That is amazing. It makes people go from hitting like 20 to 30 Ks on me to about 5 to max I've heard so far on like by someone shooting me was around 11 to 12k. So that is up to you, you guys. You become an absolute tank and have your shield up at the same time, or you can just go with shield health and be schmelted. Up to you. Okay, so because of all the skill hits on this build, I do have a 23.80 second cooldown on my shield, and I have a 25.70 second cooldown on my immunizer to also help me get rid of pred bleed. Pred bleed is not as much of a problem with this build since it does come with 45%, well, you know, damage resistance. It also applies to predator mark bleed, so you don't have to worry about that as long as your shield is out. The moment your shield goes down, though, bro, that's a different story. Okay, so we do have Combat Medic on in case you're running this build either solo or in a group. I prefer this in a group, in my opinion. But anyhow, if someone's about to bring down your shield, you can just Combat Medic it and also Combat Medic your teammates around you, and it just keeps your shield alive that little bit longer. We have Critical Save, which is kind of a bitch move with this build, in all honesty, on how tanky you are. And then we have Precision, because I don't ever run Pulse with this build. Basically, I'll catch you with 1 or 2 headshots and then either body shot you the rest of the way, or if you're completely up in my face, then I'll headshot you the rest of the way. Like, it's not hard at all. Like, people try to face tank my shield all the time expecting it to be weak, and yeah, it doesn't turn out well for them. Anyhow, kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming and damage for 15% for 10 seconds, and you do kill a lot of things with this build very quickly, so I would suggest On the Move and Crit Save to be the 2 you absolutely need. You don't need Precision, but that's just kind of up to you guys. Y'all could go Triage or something else, or maybe Strike Back, but that's entirely up to y'all. This is just the best setup I've had for me so far. Okay, well, before we go to the character tab, let's go ahead and go over my weapon attachments on an... well, yeah, here we go. Okay, so I have a C79 scope, critical hit damage, headshot damage, critical hit chance. Okay, and then we're moving down to the heavy magazine spring. We have 11.50% magazine size with 2.50% critical hit chance, 10.50% rate of fire, which is pretty good, but you only have 33 bullets in your magazine. It's normally enough to rip down one 9k stamina pred build, so at least from what I've seen, as long as you get that first headshot on them, and then you can either rip them down, body shot, or whatever, but I've had a lot of people resort to hip firing me on this build. Yeah, like, y'all know you're not critting as much as you should be, and I'm probably gonna kill you that way, right? Glad we had this talk. Okay, so we have a small red grip, which has 19% critical hit damage, 5% reload speed, 5% optimal range. Just what I think works out best, because I don't need accuracy or stability. This thing is pretty much as stable as you could possibly think. Then we have a Tyrant Suppressor, because since we do not have all that much critical hit chance on this build, I went ahead and put that into the Tyrant Suppressor. Feel free to mix it up and go with the Loud Vent Break. That's entirely up to you. I just prefer to crit more on people. I get about 40% crit chance in an actual PvP type battle as long as I get the headshot on you, but I don't know, you guys. It's up to you. This is just what works best for me, and then this is my PvE-ish type weapon. I use this to take out like shock turrets, flame turrets, people's med stations if I really feel the need to do so. Then it gives me my predatory, and if I stand on my med station, it's pretty much like a miniature defib, considering I do have 121k skill power. It doesn't seem like it's all that much. Really, it's not. Your med station's not going to heal you for much unless you have predatory active. So that's entirely up to you guys. This is just what I've been using. Okay, moving on into the character tab. Also, same weapon attachments on my secondary, except for an extended magazine. Just in case y'all were wondering, I know I accidentally skipped over that. Anyhow, we have 35% critical hit chance on this build, even though we don't have it rolled in certain places, so obviously you could probably get up to about 50% crit chance if you really felt the need to mix this build up that much, which really there's no need, but that's up to you guys. We have 83% critical hit damage with 62% headshot damage. Let's see, reload speed is honestly a little bit slow on this build. Maybe you could go reload speed on your holster, but I prefer that skill haste instead, but that's up to you. We had 12% SMG damage. We have 15% enemy armor damage, which would be non-existent on this build because you would have deadly in place of destructive. Again, you guys. See, we have 121k skill power with 25% skill haste. I love that skill haste. It works out so well on this build. Thank you, One Man Army, for telling me about that. Cough, cough. I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Okay, our max health is 421k. We have 33.50% armor mitigation, which isn't so bad. I actually really like that. Protection from elites, I can't really speak on that one. I mean, this is an amazing farming build too, but I prefer this in PvP. Don't worry, I'll have bleed resistance on here soon. I'll have burn resistance on here soon. I don't mind disrupt resistance, in all honesty. It's actually really nice. I could get rid of that shock resistance, even though I don't think I've gotten shocked with this build all that much. Or if I do actually get hit by a shock nade, you can rotate your shield in the direction someone's trying to shoot you while you're shocked. Which is kind of cheesy in a sense, but I mean, if you're gonna be cheesy and use a shock nade on me, I'm just gonna rotate with you the entire time you're trying to shoot me. So that's up to you, bud. Okay, you guys, I've gone over most of the build. I'm gonna drop a few clips here for you guys so y'all can see a little bit more of the shield gameplay. Here we go, you guys.
Y'all just got juiced. I'm last night for you, Cat.
Thank you.
Go back to some, go back to some.
There's a flame turret somewhere around here, I think. Oh, okay. Go to beacon, everyone, come on. I'm completely out of medkit. Never mind, I just picked one up.
No, I got no medkit, I have no medkit.
Just keep moving, keep moving.
The green. Oh, something back.
You'll have it before we get there. You'll have it before you get there. Don't start running.
I'm gonna clear it the moment I get there. Everyone has manhunt status, right?
Yep.
Okay. Keep Vile up, keep Vile up. He's down a bar. Okay, he's good. Okay, you guys. Holy shit.
Try this again.
Yeah, take two. Stay the fuck up. I'm clearing this shit. Try and turn around right now where y'all are at. Do not go down.
Pop that blue bar.
Pop the blue bar.
Don't have it.
Keep them off me. Keep them off me. I may have to get off beacon. Get inner boost off me.
No, 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 no.
I'm off it. I'm gonna.
Yo, I have no medis. I think it's legit just waiting there.
Yeah, they know we can't get it off.
We gotta push.
You got that blue vial? There you go.
Get rid of inner boost. Inner boost keeps taking out my shield. He's a complete skill build with a flame turret.
I'm getting it, I'm getting it, I'm getting it. Oh my god, they didn't answer it.
Continue getting it.
I'm getting it, I'm getting it, I'm going.
Okay, well thank you guys for coming out and watching my video today. I greatly appreciate y'all for stopping by, and if y'all did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's support to help me with this channel. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, and well, as usual you guys, I will catch y'all next time. Bye everyone.